Welcome to Age of Mythology Extended Edition. This remaster was unleashed upon the world 12 years after its initial 2002 release, back in May 2014. Back in 2002, I played this game, I got it on release day, and I played it a lot. Maybe too much if my ex-girlfriend had anything to say about it back then. I would just sit in the game for hours at a time, studying every unit and reading the bios on each one. I was always fascinated by ancient mythology before this game even came about, so it was pretty easy to drag me in. So what's in this version, and what makes it better than the one from the good old days? Well, obviously, the graphics have been tweaked quite a bit to make it sit well for today's high standards. While it had a lick of paint in places and polish in others, you can tell it's still the same game. It's not overly tweaked so it's beyond recognition. It still has all its charm, from what I remember as a 17-year-old spotty-faced nerd version of me anyway. A nice new feature I discovered very recently was it now has an optional day and night cycle. You can set it to be as often as you like, or even take gradual time to switch between them. Watching colours gradually change as if the sun was really there in the sky, it is certainly a welcome addition, which to my knowledge the 2002 version didn't have. At least I don't think it did. Along with the graphic style, there are improvements which breathe new life into this classic RTS. Things like the Steam Workshop support. We are talking hundreds of mods for people to mess about with here to tweak the game style to how you actually want to play. And with it, multiplayer is functioning once again, as it runs via Steamworks. While I have not played this one online yet, I might have to tempt a group of friends into checking it out as I stomp over them with a Titan. Then again, with my reaction times these days, I might end up being the first killed off Empire. Achievements lit at this game now too, which keeps players plodding away at it, although some of them are a bit insane and will take a large amount of time to accomplish. And there are trading cards here too. I do have one small annoyance with this remaster, however, and really it is a small one, but it's still an annoyance, and that is the music. I would have expected the music to go under a remaster too, just like everything else in the game, but it feels like they skipped it completely. Changing tracks in game happens automatically, but you can tell when a track is changing as it kind of pops in your ear. It's a weird, off-putting, subtle noise that disrupts the immersion I'm under while playing. Apart from that very small annoyance, I love everything about this remaster. They did a damn good job here and did not destroy the core things about it which made it fun to play 12 years ago. It keeps its core well intact as a classic RTS from its time. Base building, gathering resources, and making armies is simple and not overly complex. Sure, you will have to micromanage to be actually good if you play online, but if you turtle in behind walls and make a big enough army to hit the population cap, that's fine. Take all the units and stomp your enemies into the dust. It works, and it's actually fun seeing the crazy stuff that can happen if you decide to use god powers, or watch Minotaurs throw units all over the map. It still makes me chuckle today watching a Minotaur throw an elephant around. It's silly, but it's good silly, and that's all that really matters. And with the addition of the Steam Workshop, there's constant replayability. Finishing all the basic stuff, you can find more scenarios from other players in the workshop. There are even total conversion mods out there. I actually found one that turns the game into a Middle-earth-esque gameplay. It's amazing what people will create these days. The campaign is a long slog, but it's not a bad one. There's plenty of maps to work through here as you travel from Greece to Egypt to the cold Nordic lands. And because this is the extended edition, yep, the expansion pack from all those years ago is in there too. So you have the whole Titans campaign to play through too. The entire release and the masses of content with it have made me realise that over the last 10 years or so, game developers have gotten lazy with tiny ass campaigns and broken gameplay. This game is polished, and well, guess what? It was when it was released 12 years ago too. It was refined and well put together back then, and has only grown in strength since. Unless we talk about the other expansion pack, which was released not long ago. I have not played Age Mythology EX Tale of the Dragon. Everyone craps on it who has tried to play it though. I might look at it at some point down the road, but I really have no urgent desire to do so. There's more than enough great stuff for the extended edition to keep me happy. So, let's go to the pricing. £22.99 on Steam right now. Is it worth it? In my honest opinion, yes. Not because of nostalgia. Okay, maybe a little bit. But because the game gives you so much for its asking price, the content is near on endless. However, and I'll give you a tip about this one. Are you listening? Yeah, you better be. Okay, listen up. The Steam Winter Sales are coming. Oh, yes, they are, my little RTS demons. Last year when I grabbed this one, it was 75% off. That was last Christmas. You can expect the same deal for this year too, I would imagine. You will likely find this one for about, round about £6, I think. So slap this little beauty on those wish lists and be prepared for the winter sale. When you do see it on sale, grab it. Don't hesitate. Hesitation at this point would be pretty silly. So there you go. Age of Mythology. Still an awesome RTS to this very day. I just realised one of my gaming buddies actually has this. I need more. Maybe if it was on sale I could deal out some cheap Christmas presents and force them to play Scourge with me. Sounds like a 2018 plan to me. Link to the Steam storefront and Dev's website are down there as per usual. Anyway, off to play a bit more before going back to Dawn of War 3 and regretting in doing so. Oh no. I'll see you next time.